What's wrong with these guys? So you're gonna write in the C2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Write it with a pen. It writes a little better than your finger because you can get it more accurate. Oh yeah, yeah. Getting to actually write. Yeah. Okay. Everything so far is adding up correctly. Oh, good. You're even going to write the last number down correctly. Yeah. Since it comes up funny on your calculator, a lot of people don't recognize it. 0.02. Good. Okay. All right. Can you total the columns for me real quick? Without looking, can you total the columns for me real quick? Oh, yeah, that's got to be 1. What's the... Notice what these numbers here, 9, 36, 35, 13, 5, and 2. Those should look pretty familiar. What do you think these column totals are? 83. And what's the next one? 15 and 2. Okay. All right. So, now I'd like to know the mean number of vehicles in a household. Okay. So you could either have no vehicles, and what's the probability of having nothing in your household to drive with? Okay. Or you could have no cars, but you could have a motorcycle. So that'd be 1 vehicle times 0.0135. Or you could have no cars, but 2 motorcycles, 4.2 times 0.0018. Or we could have a total of 1 vehicle, which would just be a car and no motorcycles, 2988. And 2 vehicles would be 1 car and 1 motorcycle, and 054. Thank you. And then three vehicles, which would be 1 car and 2 motorcycles, for 0.0072. Or, oops, I went down too far. So I'm going to ask you, would you rather do it this way, or would you rather learn a formula for this? Oh, you'd rather learn a formula. Okay. So this was 007, 0525, 2905. You want the dot, you're ready for the dots? Okay. All right. So this total happens to be 1.94. Okay? I want you to go back. Shh. I want you to go back and look at, find me the mean of my number of cars. Want to see if you can find the mean for the number of cars and give me the standard deviation for the number of cars, and do the same thing for the number of motorcycles. 1.75. Oops, that's a Y there, not an X. There we go. Mean for the motorcycles, I got something different. 0.19. So the standard deviations, I would just use your calculator, put them into lists. Did you square root that? Something went wrong when somebody did the standard deviation for the number of cars. Anybody have a standard deviation for the cars or the motorcycles yet? Yeah, a little cumbersome to do that without a calculator, isn't it? Can be done. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard on the motorcycles, but for the cars, it's a pain. Yes. 1.08, good. And for the motorcycles? Should have gotten something pretty close to 1.08 for the cars. Put the 0 through 5 in list 1, the probabilities in list 2, and then do a 1-var stats list 1, comma list 2. 0.44. Okay. So notice the numbers 1.75 and 0.19. How could I use those two numbers to get the mean that I calculated for you of 1.94? Ah, yes, it would be the sum. Okay, so here we go, rule number 1. The mean of rules for combining RVs. The mean of x plus y is the mean of x plus the mean of y. Much easier to do that one by the rules than by trying to find all these combinations and sum them. All right. We need a rule for the standard deviation, but the rule is actually for the variance. So once we get the variance, we just need to take the square root for the standard deviation. So the standard deviation of the two random variables summed is the sum, I'm sorry, not the standard deviation, the variance of the two random variables summed is the variance of each summed. Therefore, the standard deviation for the sum variables will be the square root of the sum of the variances. Please sum before you square root. Otherwise you get the wrong number. Right? Do the sum first of the variances, then take the square root. Alright, so since we're into the rules, let's say what happens if we actually subtracted them. What do you think the mean would be if we subtracted the cars and the motorcycles? Yeah. And then the variances is a little trickier if we subtract them, because we don't get less variable when we combine random variables. So whether I add or subtract, I still use the